All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and for episode 148, we're reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. GotG Volume 3 is directed by James Gunn, written by James Gunn, produced by Kevin Feige, with cinematography by Henry Bram, edited by Fred Raskin and Greg Dioria. Music by John Murphy. Production company is Marvel Studios. Distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. With a release date of April 22nd, 2023 at Disneyland Paris and May 5th, 2023 in the wider United States, and a runtime of 150 minutes, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has a budget of $250 million, and as of May 7th, 2023, has brought in $282 million, and I looked it up this morning, and it has the lowest opening weekend of a summertime Marvel movie ever. No Marvel movie has ever opened worse at the beginning of the summer than this movie. But from word of mouth alone, I think it's going to make its money back. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has an 81% on the tomato meter with a 288 reviews, 95% audience score of 5,000 plus verified ratings, a Metacritic score of 65 from 60 critic reviews, and 7.5 user score with 186 ratings. And finally, the YouPoll.me from Reddit has a median score. We're going off median, right, Eric? Of 9, which I think is more. With 3,000 votes, or 31.3%. Wait, 3,000 votes? Oh, total 3,000 votes, and 947 of them put it at that 9. But the only people whose opinion matters are ours, and you're going to get 10 minutes of spoiler-free starting now.
No.
Okay. Now you guys can talk.
So, real quick, I thought it had the best, for Guardians, though. Like, for Guardians itself, like, it's
Probably.
Thursday, did, well.
But did the other Guardians open the summer for Marvel?
I don't think so.
Right.
Because I know, early, that's why I was like, oh, wow, that's interesting. Because I know early on, they're like, oh, hey, this movie's doing good. But just because it's Thursday did well does not mean... But also, too, it's... summer kind of just started. But no, I'm talking about, its first weekend, though.
Already, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
I think it's going to have legs, though. I think it's going to make its money.
I mean, look, when you put out... Spoiler, when you put out an S-tier Marvel movie, yeah, it's going to do well. Because people are going to talk highly about it. I mean, look, this movie's great. I'm going to go out there and say it. This is the best Guardians movie. I think hands down this is the best Guardians movie.
So, I don't know if it's the best Guardians movie, but
I think
there's no franchise, especially in the MCU, that has as much heart as the Guardians franchise.
That's 100% true.
And it all goes to James Gunn, though.
Yeah.
This is a creator who was given an IP from Marvel, and they said, this is a D-list team. Do whatever the hell you want. And James Gunn cracked his little skinny knuckles and went, I'm going to do whatever I want.
But I think it also goes back to casting someone like Dave Bautista, who's become a better actor in the time these movies has come out. The stuff that Dave can do in this third movie, what he would not have been able to do in the first movie.
I think he could have.
I don't know, dude. Dave
think so.
is stiff in his first few roles.
But that wasn't even his first few roles, though. He had a few under his belt there.
Yeah, but he did he was just he did a lot of action stuff.
Yeah, he did the wrestler thing.
Yeah, for sure. And there's nothing wrong with it. But coming off of Knock at the Cabin and doing this movie, the depth he has now as an actor is just crazy. He's a legitimate actor.
I think he's also just been given better roles.
Yeah. But but James Gunn also wrote this character and Mantis specifically so well. Those type of characters should not be good. They're so one note, but somehow they turned them into multi-note characters. Which
I think Mantis... Go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say I don't like Mantis as much as I like Dave Bautista's character.
I agree. I think Mantis is the weakest Guardian, writing wise. I think she is still too one note.
I mean, I think that's fair. I do like how though. I mean, and this is spoiler, I guess, to the
no spoiler then.
The Guardian special though.
Skip it. Oh no, we're spoiling the holiday special.
Oh yeah, I never saw that, but I don't care.
We're 6 months out of when that shit aired. If you haven't seen it by now, shut up.
But like they introduced,
Eric, shut up.
I won't spoil it too much. They introduced a plot line for her, but I like how this movie they weren't like, hey, that's your whole story in this though.
Yeah, they lightly touch on it.
Yeah,
ignored it.
because I was worried about
You
that.
could probably
I was like,
guess at what it is, Eric.
yeah, but I was like, I don't want that to be that person's like
Defining
story
trait.
and character. Like, and I think they did enough with it to hint at it, to like, okay, hey, because we're probably doing something with this in the future. But I also think just overall, like, James Gunn got to tell the story he wanted to tell. Whether people like, especially critics, like want to love it or not love it, it's like and people are like, well, you could do this or you can do that to make it better. I solely believe James Gunn said, hey, this is my story. This is how I'm telling it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, but I mean,
He did all three?
He did. Oh yeah, he did all three.
And he even wrote for
I didn't
them.
know.
Yeah, anything
that.
they've been in too, he's wrote for them.
No, but not all of it though. He recently came out and said that he didn't like the way that they were depicted in Endgame.
I thought he wrote for them in Endgame, or was it just Infinity War?
No, I think they consulted for him.
Oh,
But I don't like they. Yeah, they consulted him for those movies, but they didn't. He didn't write those characters because he
What
came
about
out.
Thor 3?
Thor 3.
They
weren't in- No, they weren't in 3. They
What?
were in 4.
I thought
Yeah.
Chris Pratt was. That's what I meant. 4.
yeah.
Well, no, in 4, I don't even think he wrote for them there.
So
Actually, no, he didn't, because he came out and was like, I'm glad that they didn't use them as much in the movie because they were going to screw my characters
So
up.
2 would have happened, I guess. He said he had made a post. He was like, he wants to thank like Taika for it because he's like, Taika took the hit for me because he's like, if not, that was gonna tie more into this movie, like, and they were gonna have bigger stuff to do. But Taika was like, more or less like, I'll have in my movie. We'll kind of split them up in this movie, and you can kind of tell your story. I mean, a lot's come out though about this stuff where it's like he wanted to do certain things, but then because of Endgame, they wanted certain characters to do certain things. Because like I guess Gamora in 2, he like wanted to have killed, but they were like, hey, no.
I mean, that would have fucked the whole universe up.
Yeah.
If he would've done
So
that.
so they're like you can't do that
But
because we have plans for her in the next movie.
yeah, I mean, you can just totally tell that this is one vision.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad to, this isn't spoilers, that we're pulling back from the multiverse stuff. James Gunn clearly was like, this is not going to tie into the wider Marvel universe. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to do that.
I mean,
is super nice.
I think one character specifically they could have like left out, but I know they want to use them for like future things. But like overall, like it does seem like James Gunn got to end the characters the way he wanted to end them. And like obviously at every end of every Marvel movie,
you really want to use that word?
but I mean
For all the major deaths that happened in this movie.
So like after they kill everybody off in every Marvel movie, they're like, but hold on, they're back alive because we need 14 more movies.
Yeah, because they're gonna be in everything. Wait, Linda Cardellini is here?
Yeah, so she plays
she
Lila.
voices Lila.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be Lady Gaga at first, but I think that was just speculation because of their like showmance, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. But yeah, she voices
That would have been
Lila.
such a dumb reason to cast her in this
They
role.
started singing.
And then Miley Cyrus' voice got recast, and people were like, "I can't believe they recast."
Who was she originally supposed
She's
to
the
be?
robot voice for one of the Ravagers.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
A nobody
here.
ass part.
but they like recast it with an actual like voice actor though, because like there was more like talking scenes.
I think hearing the stupid doll from Black Mirror would have really taken me out of the movie. I think I would have noticed.
I mean, also too, like, I mean, if Chris is, MCU, and the way she did his brother, she was like, Chris went to them, was like,
I'm gonna tell you right now, all the sweaty neckbeards don't give a shit about that. No, because for a second I didn't even know what you're talking about.
Hemsworth
I
was
don't know what you're talking about.
Hemsworth was like, she did Liam bogus, she can't be in here.
Take her out, Marvel Universe.
No, do it now.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about the music?
It's the weakest, I think.
I feel like it had the most
agree.
music too, though.
It
like,
did have the
Nah.
most
lot.
music. It
It has
was
the
a
most.
lot, but I don't think it fit as well into the storytelling. I mean, nothing will beat the first one, though.
Yeah, the first one is just God tier music wise.
I mean, I still thought it was good, but I also think like this movie like tonal like was different, so like it was going up and down in a few parts, so like the music kind of like shifted a lot.
I also just think that 90s music doesn't work as well in movies as 70s or 80s music.
That's true.
It's more 70s and 80s music was more operatic.
Yeah.
And 90s music I don't think really has that. I mean, you could tell just from the music choices that he had. It's like, all right.
But like I don't think it was bad though.
No, I don't think it was bad at all. But it definitely doesn't hold a candle to that first one.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd have to look at the second one.
like the last song they do is not as hype like as they've done in the past.
This one?
It's like I don't even know what song it is.
I don't want to spoil any of the music.
Yeah, that's
music is just so important to these movies. What else do we got? Everybody acts really well. I don't think anybody's weak as an actor.
I mean, I think they do as good as they can too. Like, I don't think it's bad, but like in an ensemble cast, like they did a really good job for like. And there's, I mean, like. There's still one character specifically. I think he did the best he could with what he had.
Yes, but I don't think he was bad.
No, like that's the thing too. When you're in somebody's gonna get left out in an ensemble cast.
I actually liked him. I know who you're talking about. I liked it.
I don't hate it. I just think it just was misplaced, and they could have done without it. Like it just, I don't know. Like and it's like a bigger picture thing, I think, is why.
Yeah, you're not. It's not gonna come to fruition for another 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah, and like
but
later
when it does, though.
Yeah, and later on, if you may look back to it, I may look back to it, Eric may look back to it.
I know. I'd be like, I was in the right.
Yeah.
I was on the right side of history.
And you're like, okay, I see it.
All right, closing thoughts. We got 30 seconds. We're gonna let the countdown timer count down to our thumbs up or thumbs down. Eric, say something.
Okay.
Vamp for
it was
20
solid.
seconds.
I liked Nebula. She was standing out for me in this movie.
I also like
her character's gotten so good in the last couple
of
movies.
So good. I also love
her
actor though.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she Betty.
Dude,
hey, whoa.
Zoe Saldana, you know.
I mean, 3, 2, 1. Oh,
2
you're
thumbs
giving
up
2?
from me.
I'm giving.
Yeah.
I'll give 2.5.
You get 1.5.
Oh, 1.5. Fuck. All right, everybody. That is 3, 4, 5, 5.5 thumbs up. Wait, 4.5 thumbs up. 4.5 thumbs up.
Yeah.
We got it. You throwing all these numbers out really screwed me up. So 4.5 thumbs up for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And what you can do is you could take your thumbs and you can I Love Groot those thumbs all over the subscribe button and the notification bell. You know what to do. Come on. You know what to do. Just subscribe.
Do it.
Just do it. This is the call to action that they tell me to do so that everybody will subscribe. So I need you to just subscribe. And then I need you to click that button in the top right-hand corner so that you can get our spoiler-full
First time in
thoughts.
studio.
Yeah. And we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
All right.